Welcome to the Narcissism Unmasked channel, where we will reveal to you truths you may not have known about the world of narcissists. Here, you will find everything to help you understand how to deal with narcissists, avoid their negative impacts, and we will also provide you with support and hope to regain your life and self-confidence. Don't forget to support us with likes, comments, and shares to spread awareness and help more people break free from the hell of narcissism. Let's get started. It is well known that the bond between parents and their children is one of the strongest human bonds. However, in the case of narcissistic parents, this relationship becomes tainted and entirely unnatural. The narcissist has entirely different motives that make them extremely keen on their image and overall appearance. In order to maintain the perfect image they seek throughout their lives, their relationship with their children becomes incredibly complex and destructively unimaginable. The narcissist, and here I am referring to both narcissistic fathers and mothers, not just the fathers, uses their children as if they were possessions or utilities in their lives. Their interaction with them is not genuine because they do not see their children as individuals with separate personalities who have the right to live their lives or think in a way that suits them. Instead, they see their children as their own personal belongings and use them in a way that they see fit. Today's episode will uncover the reasons why narcissistic parents are unable to genuinely love and connect with their children, because some people have asked me, do narcissists really love their children? And if they do not love their children, why do they pretend to love them, but in a way that is not genuine, as if it were a kind of display or showing off the relationship between them and their children, and not more? We also cannot ignore that there are narcissistic parents who do not treat their children this way, and by this I mean that they do not love them, but they deal with them in a controlling and completely controlling manner over their lives, which is terrible. However, today we are talking about narcissists who do not connect with their children in a genuine relationship, but rather for their own benefit and to achieve their goals of control and dominance in their lives. The first reason for the toxic relationship between parents and their children is that the narcissist wants people to admire them. The narcissistic parent treats their children with love and affection, especially in public places, with the goal of attracting attention and admiration from others. The narcissist in this form, as long as they are in front of someone, is extremely perfect and deals with their children with extreme love. However, in reality, they have no internal relationship with them, nor do they care about their children's feelings or have any psychological interest in them or their problems. But when they are in front of people, they are very kind and affectionate, and because of this, the children experience confusion and misunderstanding, not understanding what is happening due to the contradiction in the narcissistic parent's behavior, which makes them feel that they have done something good when their parent treats them well, and they feel surprise and confusion when they have not done something to deserve good treatment or bad treatment. The primary goal of a narcissistic parent in any relationship, including with their children, is to serve their image and appearance in front of others. This is something entirely unnatural and contrary to what should be, which is that parents should be entirely focused on their children's happiness or on providing them with a stable psychological life. Unfortunately, narcissists are never concerned with these matters, but rather their focus is solely on themselves. The second reason is that they exaggerate the portrayal of childhood as something perfect. Narcissists prefer the childhood stage in their children's lives because they receive greater admiration from others for their care and attention to their children. The narcissist is very focused on what they do for their children, more than on their progress and growth, which makes the relationship between the narcissistic parent and their children very superficial. When you are a young child, you do not have the ability to speak because the narcissist wants you to be silent and do everything they want, no matter what is required of you, constantly obeying. This is part of the narcissist's goals in controlling everything around them, and this is how they deal with their children. There is no real relationship between a parent and their child, but rather the whole story is about the narcissist's sense of ownership and feeling that their child depends entirely on them for everything. For the narcissist, this is an obsession that cannot be dispensed with and a catastrophe for the type of parent who feels this way when they feel that their child is becoming less dependent on them or that their child is starting to rely on themselves. This is completely rejected by the narcissist. Narcissistic parents are completely different in their treatment of you during your childhood. Their outward behavior toward you is affectionate, loving, and caring, and they do not show the truth until the child begins to grow up and develop their independent personality. The next reason is that the narcissistic parent loves to control their children. From the age of 3 to 15, narcissistic parents have complete control over their children, seeing it as easy to shape their children according to their desires and to control them under the guise of fake love and affection. The narcissistic parent chooses everything in their children's lives, their education, school, and even their friends. They may even prevent them from having friends out of fear for them and completely deprive them of the ability to shape their independent personality. To the narcissist, you are just an extension of themselves, and as soon as you try to express yourself or your personality in any way, you are considered disobedient or defiant, and the attack on you begins, treating you as if you have committed a major crime. Another reason is that the narcissist's love for their children is conditional. While we all know that parental love is instinctive and unconditional, narcissistic parents are accepting of their children based on their situation and appearance. The love of narcissistic parents is conditional on meeting the needs of these parents, especially regarding the needs that represent their image and appearance. The next reason is that the narcissist uses their children as pawns to manipulate them, to the extent that children are used in issues between spouses or in post-separation disputes. They may also be used as intermediaries between the parents to influence one parent or the other. The child may find themselves being used in favor of one parent against the other, or they may be used as a punishment for one parent by depriving them of the child, for example. This turns the child's life into a hell because they are caught between conflicting parties that never consider the consequences or the impact on their psyche or their entire life. The narcissistic parent uses their children to triumph and succeed in anything related to them, their appearance, or their image. Because winning and triumphing are the most important things to them in any battle they enter, they never care about the means used to achieve victory, even if this means destroying their own children. The narcissist uses their children as a means to achieve their goals, never caring about their true relationship with them or their bond. Children's relationship with their narcissistic parents does not go beyond being a source of supply or nourishment. Another reason is that the narcissist uses their children as a picture of an ideal family. Narcissistic parents have a great need to portray an ideal family image, which makes them focus heavily on the appearance of their children and their achievements or successes as a reflection of their upbringing. This focus is on the image rather than the content, leading to a shallow relationship devoid of any real emotional depth. This treatment creates golden children who are favored over their siblings to an extreme degree, which is very unfair. It also creates scapegoats who are used and harnessed to serve the narcissists and the golden children, meeting their needs regardless of their own needs. This ultimately turns these golden children into professional narcissists. Another type of children in the same family are the forbidden children who are not ideal like the golden children. These children are eventually disposed of and subjected to the worst forms of hatred and abuse that the narcissistic parent can exercise because they are treated extremely unfairly in raising these children, and there is no equality in how they are treated. The next reason is that narcissistic parents practice favoritism and create a rift between siblings through manipulation. The narcissistic parent favors one child over the others and uses this child as a supporter or ally to help them control and dominate the rest of their siblings. This favoritism is not based on genuine affection or love, but is a means to maintain domination and control within the family, which is the main concern for them. Children, in the eyes of their narcissistic parents, are mere pawns to be manipulated and used for their benefit. Everyone's role is to be in favor of the narcissist and their will, and many people do not know what can happen within a family with narcissistic parents. In the end, you can understand that narcissistic parents cannot truly love their children. Despite the relationship of fatherhood or motherhood and its strength, this does not apply to narcissistic parents who do not know any real love, even for their children, because of the terrible way they treat them. It is a disaster and a calamity within any family where there is division between children by the parents. At that time, they commit a crime against their children that is unforgivable, and the price is paid dearly. Unfortunately, there is no cure for it. I am sure that some people listening to me now have experienced things like what we have talked about today, and I have received terrible messages, some of which may have been posted on the page, about the treatment of narcissistic parents, whether a father or mother, towards their son or daughter, in a way that has nothing to do with parental affection. In the end, the victim's name is not just written on the card for a narcissistic father or mother. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. I hope you found the information we provided about narcissism and how to deal with it useful. If you have any experiences or questions, please share them in the comments so we can all learn from each other. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel Narcissism Unmasked and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. If you like the video, support me with a like and share it with your friends to spread awareness and help more people. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.